What if the hardest moments in your life are not there to break you, but to reveal who you really are? Because pressure does not destroy everything. Sometimes it transforms. The evening carried a quiet heaviness. Outside, the sky hung low with dark clouds, and rain traced slow, uneven lines across the window panes. The world felt distant, muted, like everything had taken a step back. Inside a modest home, the kitchen light flickered softly, casting warm shadows on the walls. Amara sat at the small wooden table, her fingers tightly wrapped around each other, knuckles pale from the pressure. Her eyes were tired, not from lack of sleep, but from carrying too much for too long. Bills unpaid, dreams delayed, efforts unnoticed, and the worst part, hope slowly fading. "I don't think I can do this anymore," she said, her voice trembling. Her father, who had been quietly slicing vegetables at the counter, "I try, Dad, I really do, but it feels like life keeps pushing me down. Every time I solve one problem, another one comes, bigger than before." Her voice cracked. "It's like I'm drowning, and no matter how hard I swim, I can't reach the surface." The knife rested gently on the cutting board. Her father didn't rush to speak. He had learned long ago that some pain does not need quick answers. It needs understanding. He wiped his hands slowly on a cloth, then turned toward her with calm eyes. "Come," he said softly. Amara hesitated, then followed him. The kitchen suddenly felt different, not just a place for cooking, but a place where something important was about to happen. Her father filled 3 pots with water, each movement deliberate, almost symbolic. He placed them on the stove and turned the knobs. The flames rose steadily, blue and strong. Minutes passed in silence. The water began to shift, small bubbles forming at the bottom, rising, growing, until the surface broke into a restless boil. The sound filled the room, intense yet rhythmic. Without explanation, her father placed 3 things into the pots. In the first, raw potatoes, firm and unyielding. In the second, fragile eggs, their shells smooth and delicate. In the third, crushed coffee beans, dark and coarse. Amara watched, confusion mixing with her frustration. "What does this have to do with anything?" she asked, her patience thinning. But her father remained silent. Time stretched. The air grew warmer. Steam rose, fogging the edges of the window panes. The ticking clock on the wall seemed louder than usual. Each second felt intentional, like it was part of the lesson. Amara paced slowly, glancing at the pots again and again. At first, she was annoyed, then restless, then strangely calm. 20 minutes later, her father turned off the stove. The bubbling stopped. The silence returned. He moved carefully, almost ceremonially. He lifted the potatoes out first, placing them gently into a bowl. Then the eggs. Finally, he poured the coffee into a cup. As the liquid flowed, a deep, rich aroma filled the room, warm, inviting, alive. It wrapped around Amara like a quiet embrace. For the first time that evening, her shoulders relaxed. "Tell me what you see," her father said. "Just potatoes, eggs, and coffee," she replied, unsure. "Look closer." He handed her a potato. She pressed it lightly, and it sank beneath her fingers. Her brows furrowed. "It's soft. It was hard before." Then he gave her an egg. She cracked it open, peeling away the shell slowly. Inside, it was firm, solid. "It's hard now." Finally, he handed her the cup. "Drink." Amara hesitated for a moment, then took a sip. The warmth spread instantly, soothing something deep inside her. The taste lingered, strong yet comforting, and without realizing it, she smiled, a small smile, but real. She looked at him, her eyes searching. "I still don't understand." Her father leaned slightly forward, his voice steady, filled with quiet wisdom. All of them faced the same boiling water, the same heat, the same struggle. He pointed to the potato. This one started strong, tough, confident, but when life applied pressure, it became weak. Then the egg. This one was fragile, easy to break, but when tested, it built walls and hardened inside. Then he gently lifted the cup of coffee. But this didn't become weak, and it didn't become hard. It changed the water itself. Amara's breathing slowed. She was listening now, not just hearing. The coffee bean didn't allow the struggle to define it. It transformed its environment. It turned something harsh into something meaningful. The room felt different, lighter, as if something invisible had shifted. Her father stepped closer. "So when life puts you in boiling water, when things get hard, when everything feels overwhelming," he looked directly into her eyes, "who do you choose to become?" Amara didn't answer immediately. She looked at the potato, at the egg, at the cup in her hands. And in that quiet moment, she realized something powerful. The struggles were not her enemy. They were her opportunity. Outside, the clouds began to part. A faint golden light pushed through the edges of the window. A new beginning, subtle but certain. Amara took another sip of the coffee, this time not just tasting it, understanding it. Moral of the story: life will not stop testing you. The pressure will come again and again, but your response lies in your power. Will you become weak? Will you become hardened and closed off? Or will you transform your struggles into something meaningful? Tell me honestly, when life turns up the heat, who are you becoming?